And that's quite strong into some of the remaining meta picks left, especially with no Azir on this patch. Now, Corki, I was going to say you could go one or two ways here. You could go Corki and just straight up play it out that way, or you could go like Nico and go all in on this this composition with the Rel.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Renekton time. And a long hover on this, but I think it's probably your best bet. You do not want to... I mean, the only other pick they could have maybe gone for was Udyr here, but I feel like with how strong Renekton is on this patch, you're gambling really hard if you do put Dundun into that situation.
KT 하나, 둘, 셋.
KT fighting.
Nongshim Red Force. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Nongshim fighting. Woo! Jungling here early for Sylvie, which I really do like.
Okay, well, that is a little bit of a hook here from Peter, as Defn already down to about 300, but Jiwoo basically doesn't have a health bar left. Half a plate, it's Bdd. Already has to flash here in this mid lane. Thank you, Jonas Strong, for letting us know. And that is 120 health that he is down to, as Sylvie can just hop over this wall. This is so dangerous. And he is going to be spotted. Vault Breaker going to come on through there. Oh no! Just doesn't even find the fast bomb as Sylvie's able to walk it off, and that's first blood.
Castle all the time when it was Renekton meta, so we just don't have a ton of information about how comfortable he is on this pick.
No,
Sylvie.
Yeah, in a lot of trouble here as he does have the Aftershock that is now not going to be doing anything. Bdd in the Fog of War. Fiesta's moving on over, but Sylvie is just going to be taken down first. That's a kill for Bdd. Oh,
yikes.
Disaster for Nongshim, and now Fiesta, he's going to try and get back to the minion wave, and thankfully that rocket is not going to land. That one does, though, and Pyosik is just going to find the crash down on top of him. Magnus Storm to keep the way in place. He does manage to get a fear, but I don't think he's getting out of the way of this one. That's a cheeky little auto.
Oh, this is rough. I mean, this is you cannot have this happen to you, but unfortunately the pressure point is the jungle here. That's perfect.
Yeah, Dundun looking for it. Dominus is going to be popped here, and Dundun says, all right.
Bottom lane, which we haven't been watching, is also getting obliterated off screen by this pick that they gave up instead. Let's see if this works out. Ult advantage.
Yeah, Sylvie moving on over is perfect. Going to have to flash to get himself out of the way. I do really like flashing very early.
Doesn't have vision. Okay, it does actually have it over the wall. Didn't have it in the tri-brush, so it is able to see Peter there and react.
Yep.
And they're losing control of this very quickly. I mean, Bdd is ready.
Yeah, Arrow is going to connect. Package is going to be delivered. They do manage to get a red buff, but Sylvie makes it out. Now Peter, he goes in, but he's on top of the package. He just took so much damage. And now Perfect's going to show up. He's going to be that front line. And yes, piercing arrows land, the way damage lands, but the front line not going to be able to offer too much. And Dundun not even there. No teleport available. That will mean that this second dragon goes over to KT, and I'm really glad I went on an Ocean Soul rant.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this, but then he goes over the packages. Jiwoo's in trouble.
He is in a lot of trouble as he is going to cleanse the slow, but there's a flash volley to come in, and Deft, he already had that auto attack in the air, so even
Hawk shot as well, just to guarantee. Oh, no.
There's another one, but it is going to go wide. Looked beautiful, though. Thank you very much for that, Beryl.
Yeah, he's really just showing us how fast those can travel.
Yeah, and how fast they come off cooldown as well. All right, perfect. Gonna throw down the Dominus. Here's a Hex Splash over from Peter, who gets amongst it, but he doesn't really want to hook Pyosik. Now Bdd, he gets in amongst it. It's not really that good of a Magnet Storm, but Peter just explodes. What was that? Now Beryl is chasing Fiesta down. Jiwoo comes in but doesn't hit the Chains of Corruption. The Crocodile is still going to fall, and they lock down the Rift Herald, and somehow Pyosik just exits.
I mean, he's Rel. He's going to get those, and he does, and he gets away because he has Splash, and now Jiwoo is isolated.
Beryl is just chasing him down. Now, Bdd is in here as Fiesta wants to come on over. Crushing Maw does come on through. Oh, the Vault Breaker is avoided by Bdd! And even sidesteps that one, finds the rocket. Pyosik comes back in again. He's like, I flashed out. That might have been a mistake because I kind of want to fight here. It's Dundun. He'll show up. He has more than half of his health bar. 7,000 gold lead or 6,000 gold lead. It's
Peter.
It's getting a bit crazy. Okay, Sylvie gonna take a bit of damage there.
Nongshim used to have, I feel like in the late game, that hasn't been so much the case this season, especially back at that D+ game. But they didn't give themselves any outs in the early game, that's for sure. And Bdd, let's see if he oversteps here.
Yeah, there are a couple of his teammates in the area as, yeah, Hawkshot, one heck of an ability. Get you out of trouble. And they are going to be able to spot out the Vi. So, perfect dueling with Dundun. Dundun did manage to get himself an advantage, actually, after Perfect unfortunately did fall down a little bit earlier on. Pierce not going to land there as Chains of Corruption also going to go wide. The arrow will connect, though, and thankfully Jiwoo has a cleanse for it. But now 4 members are bearing down on this outer turret. Yeah, that is, that's 6 grubs. So.
And this might just be a Baron start here for KT. They win this fight in mid, they get the mid turret, they have top side control, they can take this turret off and then group for Baron. And what can Nongshim reasonably hope to offer back? I mean, Bdd has TP as well. He can back. And Fiesta, I mean, can he clear this wave? Looks like with the TP, the answer is no.
Yep, not going to be able to. Flashes over the Shattering Strike, that's definitely good, but he can't flash that because he doesn't have to. And there goes the Hui. Is that going to be enough to get them a Baron? I don't think so. I mean, it's a Corki composition. Yoshik on Rel. So, I mean, this is not a 50-50. This should be more like an 80-20. Let's see what Nongshim can actually do to try and mitigate it. The rocket's not necessarily landing as there's the Fate's Call onto Beryl. Cease and Desist does come in, but Sylvie, he's so incredibly low, he's taken down as the Baron just ignored now. The Callista will be taken out. Jiwoo finding himself some relative safety, and there's a Cassante, and he is starting to pop off in this one. Jiwoo just untouched, and KT are on the floor.
Yeah. The Baron call was greedy, so much so as they didn't do their due diligence in terms of watching this flank for the Vi. There's a control ward in that brush, so Sylvie knows they don't know he's wrapping around here, has that set up on the engage, and then Peter keeps the Renekton out of this fight, so it's hard for Perfect to help them turn this one around. Dundun puts off the damage, their depth is taken out, and then the Varus layers the damage in to eventually take out the Corki, and Pyoshik alone here cannot get it done, and with the respawning Hui, they can actually teleport in here themselves and take back control, and that they will.
Really, Rebel Baron power play already at 1500, but Nongshim are still pretty far behind. Soul Point available as Fiesta going to take an arrow to the face, and the package also burning him down. Still, they are able to take down the Corki, but in goes Pyoshik. That Magnet Storm is so much better as Sylvie dives in, but it is more of just a sacrifice, and Perfect is going to get his revenge as Peter and Pyoshik going to be fighting. Oh, gets in front of the dredge line. Nicely done there from Pyoshik. And Peter will be taken out with the help of Beryl, and that is going to be the ace. This is 6 grubs, remember.
Yeah, they're just going to win the game.
There's 1 second left on the Fiesta, but there's only 1 Nexus turret left. Ah, okay, well, I mean, this game went from, like, Nongshim just managed to take a Baron, but to over. Now it's over.
It's over. They got him.